home, Google Philippines accelerating its engagement with small business owners as they pivot their strategy or perish in the new normal. Data from the Trade Department show 99% of establishments in the country are small business owners or MSMEs. They employ 63% of the workforce and share 25% of export revenues. Well, with us now for more is Yves Gonzalez, Google Philippines Head of Government Affairs and Public Policy. Good to see you, Yves. Welcome to the program.
Good morning, Kathy. Thanks for having us.
Sure. So how are things coming along? I mean, weeks before the lockdown, Google Philippines and the Trade and Industry Department had already started helping MSMEs use digital tools.
Yes, so digitizing MSMEs has always been part of the goal of Google for the Philippines, and the current pandemic that we're facing has just accelerated that. And so for the past couple of weeks, we have been working and collaborating closely with the Department of Trade and Industry in trying to digitize small businesses all over the Philippines. And so we're doing this in several ways. So first and foremost, we collaborated with the DTI's e-commerce department when they had a Control plus Biz Reboot Now project, which was a webinar that was catered to the small businesses in the Philippines. And so we participated in that. And so we're also happy that through our collaboration with the DTI, in the coming weeks, the DTI will be able to verify small businesses on Google My Business. And so what this means is that small businesses will be able to manage their business listing on Google My Business, allowing them to show up on Google Maps, on Google Search, allowing them to engage with their customers and to edit the details of their business listing, as well as respond to reviews.
Yeah, talk us through the pivoting that you also had to do with the MSME caravan, because to my understanding, that wasn't meant to be digitally given. That's apart from the webinar that you're having to do. So what was the workaround in order to reach the same number or even a greater number of MSMEs during the lockdown?
That's correct. So because of the current situation, we will be unable to do face-to-face meetings for the foreseeable future. And so we are working with the DTI to bring our digital skilling activities online through 2020 and beyond.
And how many have you already upskilled? How many have come on board during the lockdown? And what sort of numbers are we going to see now that you say that the initiative has been accelerated by the pandemic?
So we have reached actually over 20 cities in 8 regions in the Philippines, and that was prior to the lockdown. Because we've done this online now, we have reached over 10,000 business owners, and we are just starting.
Yeah, that's quite encouraging. 10,000 business owners. Presumably they have not shut down their operations. They're just restarting. Is that correct?
So some of them are restarting, some of them have some online presence. And so what we're hoping to do is help those who believe that they can continue to operate online, digitize their business.
Right, because when you see the dire unemployment data from the past hour, 17.7%, that's a record. This sort of digital presence would save every other MSME needing help to be present and available to the consumer.
Yes, so as we navigate this uncertainty, we believe that small businesses should really have a strong digital strategy, and that having this digital strategy will help prepare them for the uncertainty that lies ahead. And so Google will be there to provide help, and the Department of Trade and Industry will be there to provide help as well.
What's the profile of the small business owners you're onboarding? I mean, who are they? Where do they reside? Which part of the country, and which industries are they engaged in?
So we are targeting a nationwide rollout. So especially now that we can do this online, any industry, any business that feels that they need the help of Google or DTI, we are there to provide help to them. And so some of the businesses would be restaurants, right? So in Google My Business, we have now turned on features like highlighting if you accept takeout or delivery, modifying your business hours, as well as posting a COVID-19 related message if you have a post that you want to share with your customers. And so these are just some of the businesses that can be enabled and can be assisted by going digital.
Right, but a barrier to entry, of course, digital connectivity. I mean, how have you sorted that out if you wanted to reach a far greater number of MSMEs all throughout the country?
So Google believes that the internet should be something that everyone should have access to, and so we are doing this in several ways. The first thing, for example, is on hardware. We are continuously investing in promoting low cost but high quality hardware through Android Go. On the apps ecosystem, we understand that not everyone has a broadband connection or a high-speed internet, and so there's been a lot of work to make our software, our apps be more data light. So we have Search Lite, we have Maps Offline, we have YouTube Go. These help our friends or the people who don't have a good internet connection be able to use our products in a good way, as well as of course in promoting accessibility. One of the aspects of accessibility is promoting local language, and so for example on Google products you cannot just use Filipino, but you can also use Cebuano language.
Yeah, but cost is going to be another barrier to entry. How much do these tools cost for the small business owner?
So most of the tools that Google is promoting are free. So that's one of the things that we're very proud of. So even some products that were previously paid, like Google Meet. So Google Meet is our premium video conferencing solution that is part of G Suite, and this was previously a paid product, and we have now made it free for everyone to use because we understand that staying connected is very important for small businesses right now.
On the other side of the spectrum, the customers, have searches online gone up since the lockdown? I mean, what do people search for, and how are you aligning this with how you're making the small business owners visible online to the potential customers?
While we can't give exact numbers, what we have seen is that more and more people are using search to be connected to authoritative and reliable information online. People are using YouTube to learn new skills, and as well as to distract themselves from the pandemic and basically to be entertained. And so what we've seen is that while these people are using more and more of the internet tools, we need to be able to help the small businesses be available on these platforms, and that's what Google My Business does for these small businesses.
So what's the target number of onboarded small businesses by the end of this year? Have you got a ballpark figure?
That will be a number that we will work on together with the Department of Trade and Industry.
All right, come back to me with it as soon as you do. Thank you so much for the initiatives. Keep well, Yves. Much appreciated.
Thank you.
Yves Gonzalez of Google Philippines. We are taking a quick break. Up